So now we've got this Mike Vrabel, Dianna Russini controversy making the rounds. And I'll say this right up front. I already didn't trust Mike Vrabel when he was out there talking about how he texts and talks to A.J. Brown during the season. And now this? Come on. Look, I'm not saying this proves some giant conspiracy, but when all the rumors regarding A.J. Brown are all tied back to New England, and then this stuff starts popping up, Eagles fans have every right to look at this sideways. Dianna Russini goes from being an Eagles insider to Mike Vrabel insider. So today I want to talk about how this latest controversy affects the way we should look at the A.J. Brown rumors. And then I want to get into another Eagles rumor that I think would be a complete mistake, and that's drafting a quarterback in the first round. So according to these totally trustworthy people, everything was completely innocent and photos were just simply taken out of context. Okay. But as a married man, if I was in photos like this, my wife would beat the out of me. Context be damned. All right. Now, to me, the bigger issue isn't what they do in their spare time. The bigger issue is credibility. For 2 months now, we've had A.J. Brown rumors, and Dianna Russini was one of the main reporters. Well, it seems logical, possible, that she may have been going from the Eagles to the warm embrace of a bear hug from Mike Vrabel. And I think Eagles fans are fair to question whether some of this A.J. Brown noise is being driven by real Eagles intentions or by people on the outside who badly want this to happen. My position hasn't changed. Unless somebody gives the Eagles their asking price, I'm not trading A.J. Brown. The Eagles don't have to trade A.J. Brown. He's here for 2 more years. This is not a team that should be looking to take a step back offensively. And that's why these rumors are so dangerous, because once fans hear the same thing enough times, they start to think it's inevitable, like it's already heading down that road. And what if the Eagles have to keep A.J. Brown? I don't want to go into the season feeling like we're stuck with A.J. Brown. I think the smart decision for Howie Roseman and the Eagles is to get the best offer they can and then immediately start repairing the relationship between, I guess, Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, because we can't go all year long with this kind of stuff going on during the season. And that's the only reason the Eagles should look to trade A.J. Brown. In other Eagles rumor news, the latest reports have Eagles selecting a quarterback in the first round, specifically Ty Simpson out of Alabama. Simpson's 6'2", 208, had 1 year of production at Alabama with 65% completion percentage, 28 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's going to be a no for me. Ty Simpson is not a first round talent. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. And that's the last thing the Eagles need, is to take a quarterback in the first round and create a QB controversy. They have Jalen Hurts under contract. They have a new offensive coordinator. They need to see what this offensive coordinator can do this year. And adding a rookie QB is not going to help anything. In fact, if they wanted to take a quarterback this year, they should look 5th, 6th round right there. I think they can get someone like Taylor Green out of Arkansas. I talked about him before. He's 6'6", ran a 4.3, has decent arm strength, but he has accuracy issues, which the Eagles could develop. The quarterback's not going to play this year anyway. They need to figure out what they got in Jalen Hurts. Is he going to improve his weaknesses, or is he going to stay headstrong and stick with what he has? Taking a quarterback in the first round would be a huge mistake when they have other positional needs. If the Eagles are sitting there in the first round, the positions I think they should target are pretty straightforward: offensive line, edge rusher, wide receiver, safety. That's where I would be looking. You have the offensive line because you have Lane Johnson, probably going to retire next year. Landon Dickerson's on his way out. Cam Jurgens is banged up. Right guard, who's playing right guard? They need some depth, and that's actually the one position, the only position I would be okay if they sat for a year. Um, Ideally, I would take a tackle that could play guard and then move outside after Lane retires. But I'm okay with a guy sitting at that position. Edge rusher, because the Eagles haven't had a solid edge rusher since Hassan Reddick or Josh Sweat. They have no production last year. Even Jalen Phillips had maybe what, 5, 6 sacks. They need some better pass rush. Wide receiver, because we just don't know what AJ Brown, what's going to happen with that situation. I still, even if they did keep him, I would look at a receiver. Having three good receivers isn't a bad thing. And lastly, safety or corner. I heard some stuff they might slide DeJean to safety, and so corner would make sense. But overall, they need a safety. They need someone to lock down the middle of the field, and that would be an area I would target. Those are real football picks. Those are win now picks, and those are the picks that actually make sense for the Eagles as a team. We've had 2 months of AJ Brown rumors, a Jalen Hurts hit piece, Vrabel Russini controversy, and it all comes back to the same thing for me. Don't get distracted by nonsense. Don't get pulled into rumor season. Don't get hypnotized by drama. And don't talk yourself into a first round quarterback just because it's interesting. The Eagles should stay focused on making this roster better right now. And that means being smart about A.J. Brown. That means not buying into every Patriots linked rumor that gets tossed out there. And that means using your first round pick on a player who actually strengthens this team. That's how contenders operate. So that's where I'm at on it. I didn't trust Mike Vrabel, AJ Brown stuff during the season. I trust it even less now. And I'm definitely not going to let all this noise convince me the Eagles should make some panic move with AJ Brown. As for Ty Simpson in the first round, nah, I'm good. He's not a true first round talent to me, and not a guy that would help this team right away. If the Eagles are using that first round pick, it should be offensive line, edge rusher, wide receiver, and safety. That's where the value is. That's where the need is. And that's where the Eagles should stay focused. Let me know what you think. Are the A.J. Brown rumors getting overblown? And would you ever consider taking Ty Simpson in the first round?